Hey friends, welcome back to Speak English Podcast. I'm David, and I'm here today with someone who never forgets a word, even before her coffee. Say hi, Sarah.
Thanks, David. I'm so excited to be here. And yes, even without coffee, I do my best. Hello, everyone. It's great to have you with us again.
Today we're tackling something that most English learners struggle with, even if they've been studying for years.
Yep, it's that frustrating moment when you try to speak English, even just to yourself, and suddenly your mind goes completely blank. No words, just silence.
And then you feel stuck, confused, maybe even embarrassed. It's like your brain knows the words, but they just don't come out. Sound familiar?
If that's you, don't worry. Today's episode is your survival kit. We're giving you a simple step-by-step practice guide to help you speak English alone without going blank.
That's right. You'll learn exactly what to do when your brain freezes, how to keep the words flowing, and how to actually enjoy speaking English, even when you're the only one in the room.
This episode will change the way you practice forever. So stay with us. And by the end, you'll be ready to speak out loud with confidence and clarity. Let's get started.
One of the biggest reasons people go blank when speaking English alone is that they don't have a clear structure to follow. Just saying, "I'll speak for 5 minutes," without knowing what to say can make your mind freeze. That's why using simple prompts and routines works so well.
When you start with a clear and predictable structure, like talking about your day, describing objects around you, or answering a daily question, your brain feels safer. It knows what's coming next, so it's easier to bring words forward and avoid those long, awkward silences.
Think of it as giving your brain a warm-up. You wouldn't go for a run without stretching first, right? In the same way, starting your English speaking practice with a few easy prompts helps activate your vocabulary and confidence before diving into something more advanced.
For example, just saying 3 things you did today, like, I woke up early, I had coffee, and I went for a walk, gives your brain a pattern. It's simple, but it builds momentum. And once your mouth starts moving, your thoughts begin to organize naturally.
What's powerful about this technique is that you're not just repeating memorized phrases. You're actually practicing how to think in English. You create full sentences based on real things from your life, which makes the learning stick and helps build fluency.
And the more you repeat this kind of routine, the faster your brain adapts. It starts recognizing patterns and forming sentences without hesitation. You'll notice that with time, you won't need to plan your words as much. They'll just start flowing on their own.
Another key benefit is that this method works even when you're tired or not in the mood. Because the structure is familiar, you don't have to think too hard to get started. It becomes like brushing your teeth, something automatic and easy to do every day.
So the next time you want to practice English alone, don't overthink it. Just grab a simple prompt, like, what did I do today? Or, what can I see right now? Stick with a familiar routine, and you'll avoid going blank while building real speaking fluency.
Let's try it together. I'll start with a simple prompt. What did I do this morning? Okay, I woke up at 6:30. I checked my phone for a few minutes. Then I made coffee, and I sat at the table thinking about my to-do list. Nothing too special, but it gets my brain moving in English.
Now I'll try the same prompt. This morning, I woke up feeling a little tired. I stretched for a few seconds, opened the window, and looked outside. The weather was beautiful, so I felt more motivated to start my day. Just saying these things helps my thoughts flow.
Let's do another one. What do I see around me right now? I'm in my office. I see my laptop, a cup of tea, some notes, and a small plant on the shelf. The light from the window is really bright, and it's making the room feel fresh and focused. Simple words, but full sentences.
My turn. I'm in the living room. I see a gray sofa, a coffee table with a few books, and my phone charging in the corner. There's a big window, and I can hear birds outside. It's quiet right now, and that helps me concentrate. This kind of exercise makes a big difference.
You see how we didn't plan anything too complicated? We just used what was already there. Daily actions and surroundings. That's the power of prompts. You don't need perfect grammar or long stories. You just need to get your thoughts into motion using what you already know.
And the best part is, you can do this anywhere. You don't need a teacher, a partner, or a textbook. Just your voice, your thoughts, and a little focus. When you turn this into a habit, your fluency improves without pressure or perfection. It's real-life English practice.
You can even take it one step further. After describing your morning or what you see, try asking yourself a follow-up question. Why did I do that? Or, how did that make me feel? This keeps the conversation going and builds depth into your speaking.
Exactly. It's like building a small conversation with yourself. And even if you repeat similar things every day, that repetition helps your brain connect the dots faster. That's how real progress happens, with natural, simple speech, spoken out loud and often.
One of the biggest benefits of speaking English alone is that there's absolutely no pressure. You don't feel judged, you don't feel nervous, and you can speak at your own pace. This freedom helps you explore your voice in English without worrying about mistakes.
It also helps build confidence. The more you talk to yourself, the more you realize that you do know words, expressions, and ideas in English. You start to feel more sure of yourself, and when the time comes to speak with someone else, you're not frozen. You're ready.
Another benefit is muscle memory. Your mouth gets used to forming English sounds and sentences. Even if you're just talking to yourself, your pronunciation, rhythm, and flow naturally improve. Speaking becomes smoother because your brain and mouth start to sync.
And it trains your brain to think faster in English. When you do this daily, your thoughts start to come more easily without needing to translate. You stop thinking in your native language and begin reacting in English. That's a huge step toward real fluency.
This kind of practice also helps reduce fear. You're giving yourself a safe space to try, fail, and try again. The more often you talk alone, the less afraid you feel of making mistakes. It becomes normal to speak, and your mind doesn't panic when you don't know a word.
Plus, you gain flexibility with vocabulary. You start using words you already know in new ways. Instead of stopping to search for the perfect word, you describe what you mean. That kind of creativity is a superpower in real conversations, and it grows with practice.
It's also incredibly convenient. You don't need to schedule time with anyone else or wait for a class. You can practice in the car, while cooking, or walking outside. Every moment becomes an opportunity to improve your English, just by using your voice.
And finally, it helps you stay connected to your goal. Speaking alone reminds you why you're learning in the first place. It becomes part of your identity. You're not just studying English, you're using it. You're becoming a speaker, not just a learner. And that changes everything.
First, Start small. Choose one moment in your day, maybe brushing your teeth, preparing coffee, or getting dressed, and describe what you're doing in English. Use simple words. The goal isn't perfection, it's just getting your brain and mouth used to working together.
Second, pick one topic each day. It can be anything. Your weekend plans, a movie you watched, what you need to buy at the store. Speak about it out loud for 1 or 2 minutes. Don't worry if it sounds basic. You're building fluency, and that takes repetition.
Third, use a mirror. This sounds funny, but it really helps. Look at yourself while you speak. Notice your facial expressions, your mouth movement, and your tone. It boosts confidence and gives you a more real conversation feeling, even if you're alone.
Fourth, record yourself. Use your phone to capture 1 or 2 minutes of your speaking practice. Then listen to it. You'll hear what sounds natural and what needs work. Don't criticize yourself. Just notice patterns and celebrate that you're doing the work.
Fifth, add variety. One day, describe your surroundings. Another day, tell a story from your past. Then, try giving your opinion about a topic or pretending you're explaining something to a friend. This keeps things interesting and challenges your vocabulary.
Sixth, combine it with listening. Before your speaking session, listen to a short podcast or watch a video. Then pause and repeat what they said, or try to explain it in your own words. This helps you connect what you hear to what you can say.
Seventh, set a daily time. Even 5 or 10 minutes every day makes a big difference. When speaking becomes part of your routine, your progress becomes more stable. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Little by little, your brain adapts.
And finally, be patient with yourself. Speaking is like building a muscle. It doesn't grow overnight. But every word you say out loud adds up. The more you practice, the more fluent you'll feel. Just keep going, and soon you'll be surprised at how natural it feels.
One common mistake is trying to speak perfectly from the beginning. Many learners freeze because they want every sentence to be grammatically correct. But perfection blocks fluency. The goal is communication. Speak freely first and refine your grammar over time.
Another mistake is practicing only when you feel motivated. That's risky because motivation comes and goes. What truly builds progress is routine. Even on days when you don't feel like it, speaking for just 5 minutes helps you stay consistent and grow.
Some learners compare themselves to others and feel discouraged. Maybe they see someone speaking more fluently and think, "I'll never get there." But everyone learns differently. Focus on your own voice, your own path. Celebrate progress, not perfection.
A big trap is staying in your head. Many people think in English but don't speak out loud because they're afraid of sounding silly. But if you don't say it, your mouth won't learn the rhythm. Let it out, even if it sounds messy. That's how fluency is born.
Another mistake is ignoring pronunciation. Some learners only focus on words and grammar, but never listen to how words sound. If you want to speak naturally, you need to train your ear and your mouth. Shadowing is a great way to fix that.
Don't rely too much on translating. It's tempting to think in your first language and convert every sentence. But this slows you down. Try building English thoughts from simple ideas and let them grow naturally. You'll feel more fluent and spontaneous.
Also, avoid overloading yourself. Practicing for an hour once a week is less effective than 10 minutes every day. When you do too much at once, your brain gets tired. Keep it short and consistent. Your fluency grows faster when practice feels manageable.
Finally, don't speak like a textbook. Real people don't always speak in full, perfect sentences. Allow yourself to use natural pauses, simple expressions, and everyday vocabulary. This makes your English sound alive and real, not robotic or rehearsed.
Here's a simple challenge. For you, spend 5 minutes every day talking to yourself in English. It can be about your day, your plans, or anything you see around you. The key is to practice out loud, even if you feel awkward at first. This will train your brain and mouth together.
Another way to practice is to record yourself speaking. Listen back to spot any moments where you pause or struggle. Then try again. This helps you become more aware of your habits and builds confidence because you can track your own progress over time.
Try to create small daily habits. For example, narrate what you're doing as you cook or clean. Speaking out loud about simple activities builds fluency naturally. It also makes English a part of your daily life, not just something you study in isolation.
You can also write down a few simple sentences before you speak, then expand on them. This helps organize your thoughts and reduces the pressure of thinking completely on the spot. After practicing with notes, try to speak without them for a real fluency boost.
Don't forget to smile and relax while speaking. When you're tense, your mouth and voice don't work as smoothly. Enjoy the process and give yourself permission to make mistakes. Mistakes are actually signs that you're learning and pushing your limits.
Another useful tip is to set realistic goals. Don't aim for perfection immediately. Instead, focus on progress. Maybe today you speak 5 minutes, tomorrow 7, then 10. Small wins build momentum and help you stay motivated to keep practicing.
Find ways to make practice fun. Use your favorite music. Describe scenes from movies, or talk about your hobbies. When you enjoy what you're saying, it's easier to keep practicing consistently, and your English improves faster because your brain is engaged.
Lastly, be patient and kind to yourself. Learning to speak alone without going blank is a journey, not a race. Celebrate every little step forward, and remember that fluency comes with time and consistent effort. You're building a strong foundation for your English future.
To wrap up, today we talked about how speaking English alone can actually boost your confidence and fluency. We shared step-by-step tips to help you practice without freezing or feeling stuck. Remember, it's all about building habits and being patient with yourself.
That's right. Practicing alone is a powerful way to improve, and it's normal to feel nervous at first. Keep practicing out loud every day. Record yourself and challenge yourself little by little. Progress comes with consistent effort.
Now, we want to hear from you. Leave a comment sharing your biggest challenge when speaking English alone, or tell us what tip you found most helpful today. Your experiences inspire others and help us create better content for you.
And if you've made it this far, you're serious about improving your English fluency. So please write the word alone in the comments to let us know you watched until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video.